Alright, I have begun to make the dog food. I think I'd mentioned earlier, I'm not sure when I'll post this, but this began with chicken livers and gizzards. And I boiled them and boiled them. Here's a nice rich broth, and then I dipped them out and I cut them up in pretty small pieces. I'm going to put them back in here. And since I don't want to lose any of that flavor, I'll run just a little bit of water. Alright, I'm going to put this right in there. Okay. And what I did was I looked up vegetables and things that are okay for the dogs. I'm going to put this back on probably a 3. This is just a little bit of celery. I think it's 2, not even full stalks, 2 like half stalks or 3/4 stalks. So there's celery. This was some outside edges, leaves for cabbage. I'd made a healthy cabbage, old-fashioned cabbage and vegetable soup the other day. And there's nothing wrong with this, and cabbage is one of those things that dogs can eat. Here's just a zucchini that I had cut up. Sometimes I shred them, but I decided to go ahead and just cut that up. So here's zucchini. Just dump it. Dump it. And this, and I don't measure stuff. That's why people don't like my cooking. If I'm baking, I go exact. But whenever I'm making anything like this or soups or stews, I don't measure exactly unless it's something I've never tried before. So here's some carrots cut up in fairly small pieces. I'm going to stir this around. In case some of y'all don't know, and same thing with water, I'm not measuring that. I kind of put it, I eyeball it and see how much I need. This may not be enough by the time this is all said and done. We are under a misconception that dogs like or need seasonings. They really don't. So look up some of the things. In fact, I used to be told that not only do they like salt or garlic salt, they need it. Well, other experts are saying they don't. So I don't know. I'm going to err on the side of caution. But parsley flakes is one of those things that is dog approved. And dogs may not care if there's any seasonings at all. So I'm going to be very sparing on that. Another thing that it says is okay for dogs is thyme, which I used to pronounce thyme, of course. We'll put a little bit in that, and not a lot. Stir that around. And the other thing with like thyme, and I don't remember what the benefit is from parsley, I think thyme even helps with some anti-inflammatory and stuff like that. I have some quinoa that I need to use up. I've almost never eaten quinoa myself, but I need to use this up because I don't know how long it lasts. And this, let's see, it says it expired a couple months ago, but I just opened it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I still want to use it up. I'm not measuring this. That may be a mistake. I'm going to put some of that in there. Quinoa is one of those recommended for some of the carbohydrates for dogs. And this may be a mistake. I don't think so. Pasta is on the approved list for dogs. So here's some Barilla, the rings, the Tagliani. I cannot pronounce anything. Sorry, folks. But they're rings, but yet not. So I'll put some of that in there. I'm only going to put a little bit because I may add some more of that later. And then stir it around real good. And then I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to just let it slow simmer. The dogs have already smelled this boiling. And I mean, they have followed on my heels. They want it now. Well, they can't have it. They need their vegetables and good stuff. Okay. Alright, this is finished now. And the dogs have already had some for supper. This is what the finished product looks like. And they seemed to like it. So I will save some out to let them eat fresh, but I am going to be dehydrating it. I don't know what's with my ums tonight. So I'm going to put these on the trays and I'm going to dehydrate it, and this will be for saving some of it, but yet again making it more shelf stable and not have to be in the refrigerator or in the freezer. Okay. Good boy. Come on, girl. Good girl. They are eating it. Alright, so this is hopefully the final part of this. This is what the dog food ended up looking like before dehydrating. This is it after dehydrating. And I'll pour this up in there, but here it is. Totally dry and ready to go. And I feed it to them once in a while, completely dry, kind of as treats, but normally as you go to feed it to them, you put a little bit of water in it and you rehydrate it. Pat, you want some of this? I showed a while ago them eating it fresh. You can save a little bit of money by making the homemade, depending on what products you use. But one of the things, what's got me doing it, is my dogs, they're Chihuahuas, as y'all have seen, and they're so allergic to so many different things. And I sort of have done studies on that too. Dogs didn't used to be allergic to everything in the world. So these people, anyone that's still in denial, thinking that some of us are just making too much out of nothing, we humans have allergies that we've never had before. We're allergic to foods that we never have been allergic to before. Same way with our pets. It has to be from the chemicals. It has to be from things that they have done to it. For goodness sake, dogs lick their own butts. Dogs, for y'all that don't have cats or know how that, dogs will eat cat poop. Dogs will eat, if given a chance, yarn out in the yard. So you're telling me that these wonderful foods that we buy and pay a lot of money for, some of these prescription diets, we're having to do that because of normal allergies? No. Our foods for us and our pets are being tampered with. But you do you. Certain dogs seem really more prone to allergies. And some of the smaller dogs, especially Chihuahuas, seem to be that. But this is what I do. And the wonderful thing with me doing this, whenever I make my dog foods, I make it completely human grade. So if it came down to it in a pinch, I could eat the same thing they eat, and they can eat the same thing that I eat. But you do you. Every dog is different. Every person is different. And the good thing with doing it like this, until it is completely dry, it becomes shelf stable. So maybe this will inspire. And there's so many different things that you can do, especially once you learn some of the things that are good for dogs or not good for dogs. Then you just create. Unless you've spoiled your dogs like mine have been spoiled, dogs will eat a whole lot of different things. I used to own a dog that would eat dill pickles. If he saw me eat one, he had to have one, and he would eat it. So, love you guys. Keep getting ready. Get whatever for you and your pets. And even if you're not getting ready for anything, this will help with some of your allergies that your dogs have or that mine have. Now that girl's down eating, but the boy's in bed. Love you guys. Take care.